Let's get started on our mats today in a seated position, taking a few deep breaths, just reaching those arms up to the sky. Big inhale and exhale down to prayer. Reach those arms up again, big inhale and back to prayer. We'll do that one more time, up to the sky, then back to prayer. Good. Just gonna stretch those arms behind us, then reaching over your legs, just stretching out those shoulders. Try to reach those arms all the way up to the sky. And back. And come back to center. Just stretch out your arms, bringing one arm over your chest, just pulling it in, stretching out your arm, looking over your shoulder. And then bring it up and pull your elbow down. Really stretching the bottom part of your arm. And we'll do that on the other side. Just pulling your elbow down, stretching it over. And then just pulling it across your chest. Look over your shoulder. Good. And just breathe here. Stretching it out. Just going to do a quick spinal stretch to each side. Just putting opposite arm to opposite knee and twisting your body down. And we'll switch to the other side. Just twist, look over your shoulder, and just reach your body. Amazing. Okay, let's get started. Just gonna come into a tabletop position here. Just gonna do some cat-cows. Inhale to do your cat pose. Exhale to cow. Push back into a downward facing dog here. Walking it out. Just breathe here. Inhale, exhale. Good. Just bending one leg at a time. Really stretching it out. Good. And just push yourself into your plank position here. Just going to do a quick push up into our upward facing dog. Just look ahead of you and then just push back into your downward facing dog. Amazing. Stretch it out and push into your plank. Push back into downward facing dog. Push forward into plank. And back. Inhale to come into plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Just keep going here. Into plank. Push back to downward facing dog. Good. We'll just hold in our plank here. Let's go for a push up. And down. Up. Keeping your core tight. We'll push up into upward facing dog. Look over your shoulder. Stretch your neck out. Stretch your shoulders. Push back into a child's pose. Good. Reach those arms out in front of you. Really stretch out that front body. Good. And just relax here. Push forward. We'll just grab a weight now. You don't need a weight if you don't have one, but just gonna add that extra challenge. You're gonna start with some bird dogs here. So reaching your elbow to knee and stretching out long. Crunching in and stretching out. Repeat here. Good. Crunch it in and stretch out. Good. Keeping your core tight the whole time and not letting yourself sink into that standing arm too much. And hold here. We're just lifting that leg and arm out to the side and back to center. Just small movement, just bringing it out to the side and back to center. Just a few times here. Good. Keeping your body nice and strong, keeping your core tight, trying to keep the movements really slow and controlled. It does not need to be fast. And then just pulsing up and down here. just for a few pulses. Keep that arm long out in front of you, that leg stretching as far as you can, pointing your toes. And hold, and then lower down. Good. Cat-cow here. Push back into your child's pose. You can come up onto your fingertips here just to get a deeper stretch in those arms and shoulders. Good. And push up back into your ready position. So we're grabbing that weight again, crunching in and out for those bird dogs. Good. Good. Just crunch it in, elbow to knee, and stretch it out long. Good. It's a really slow and controlled movement. This does not need to be fast. Really focusing on strengthening that core. And now we're just going to be shifting our leg out to the side and then back to center. If you want to add the arm, do the same thing with the arm. We're just shifting it out and in. Just a few times here. Trying not to shift too much in the hips. Trying to keep the movement only in your leg and your arm. Pulse up. Up, up, up. Good. Good. Keeping that arm strong and long and holding, and then lower it down. Good. Reach back into a child's pose. Give yourself a little rest. Push back into your plank now. Just holding here. Good. We're just going to go for a push up and up. Keeping your core tight and up. Good. Push it down and up. Push it back into your downward facing dog. Good. Reaching that left leg up, reaching it long, and then bending it back, opening up to the side, just reaching it back, opening up that whole front side of your body. Reach it over, up, and bring it in. Reaching it up, and we're coming into plank, bringing that elbow to knee. Good. Reach it in, and push it back. And twist to the opposite elbow and reach it back. We're twisting to the left and then up. Twist to the right and then lower it down and up. Just a few pulses here. Tapping it down, crunching it in, tap down, crunch. Good. Just a few here. Good. Keeping your core really tight and stretch it back. Lower it down. Let's do the opposite leg now. Reaching it up, bending that knee, twisting your whole front side body. Reach it up and then crunch it in. So we're going to that left elbow first, then center, then up, then to the right elbow, then reach it up. Last set, left elbow, reach it up, to the center and up. And then to the right elbow. Amazing. Tap it down and crunch it in. Tap, crunch. Good. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Good. Keep going here. Amazing. Push it back into your downward facing dog. Stretching it out. And then flow yourself into your plank. Push up, down, and up, and flow into your upward facing dog. Good. Shift those shoulders in, reaching your neck side to side. Just breathing here. Good. Really stretch out that chest. Give yourself a nice release. Good. It's going to come into our forearm plank here. Push it up and just hold here. Good. I'm going to twist to the side, just twisting to the left here, and back to center. Twist to the left, back to center, just a few here. Making sure you're only doing one side. And then we switch to the other side. We're tapping it down to the right and back to center. Good. Keeping your arms strong in a tripod here. Good. Twist it down. And then we'll twist to each side here. This is a little faster, just pick up the tempo a little. Keeping your legs tight, zipped up together, keeping your core tight. We're just twisting here, twisting it out. Good. Just a few here. And hold. We'll push up into a pike plank, just holding your body tight. This is amazing for those arms, really getting into your deep core. And we're pushing forward and into pike. Forward and pike. Forward, pike. Keep breathing here. Inhale, exhale. Good. Good. Just shifting forward and back. Now holding into your forearm plank and lower down. Give yourself a nice stretch. Come into your wide-legged child's pose. Breathe. Inhale, exhale. Amazing. Really let your body relax. I'm going to come into a puppy pose here. You can bring those arms into prayer over your head if you can. If not, just stay in your child's pose. So it's just really going to stretch out those shoulders. Get a lot of planking. Good. Just going to come into a seated position here and do a little bit of sideline work now. You grab a weight if you have one. Just using a light weight, it's just 1.5 kgs. Just holding this on my hip, lifting that arm up, crunch it in, and stretch it long. Crunch it in, and stretch it long. Good. And really keeping that bottom leg strong, that bottom arm strong, core is tight. Stretch it in and out. Good. And strapping that elbow to knee. And just pulse it out here. Just a few pulses. Good. Just lifting up and down. Just small little movements here. Just hold here. Hold, 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 hold. And we'll tap that arm to your toes. Hand to toe. Good. And reach. And stretch long. Reach and tap. Reach back. And then tap that hand to your toes. Good. And tap. Really crunch in when you tap that hand to your foot. And we're just doing some pulses here. Just pulsing that leg close to the hand. Just a few pulses. Almost done. We're just doing hold and then lower it down. Good. Stretch out those arms. Just pulling one to your chest. Amazing. I'm just going to come to lie on your side now, keeping those legs and knees in a 90-degree angle. Holding the weight close to your knee, we're going to stretch that top leg out. Keeping the bottom leg in 90 degree. And we're just doing some lifts here. Lift it up and down. Up and down. Good. Just keeping these movements slow and controlled. Good. Just reaching it up and down. And now hold here. You can come onto lie on your side and just do a few little circles forward here. Good. Just keep these slow and controlled. Should just be the little size of a ball here. And then we'll circle back. Good. Keeping the movement slow and controlled, just breathing here. Good. Just little circles and hold. And we'll pulse it up. See if you can lift that leg a little higher. Small little pulses here. Keeping your core tight. We're going to crunch it in and stretch out. Crunch it in, stretch out. Elbow to knee and stretch it long. Elbow to knee, stretch it long. Good. Few more. Good. Good. Stretch it in and reach. And pulse out. Reach that arm and leg as long as you can and just do small little pulses. Good. Little tiny pulses. And hold, 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 hold. And lower down. Give yourself a nice little massage for your glute muscle. And just hit it a little bit. Okay. Amazing. I'm going to shift that all over. Do a quick little mermaid stretch. Reaching that arm over the head. Really just release that side body. This should feel really good. So important to stretch it out. Amazing. Okay. You're going to come up onto your other side now. A quick little butterfly stretch before we do that. And all these exercises, you can use a weight, but if you feel like it's too challenging, drop it, because you'll still feel a burn and you can just work up to using the weight if you want to. Okay. Grab that weight if you have it, and we'll just push up onto our side. It's kind of like a side plank position. Reach that arm up to the sky. That leg is long. I'll lift it up and down. Arm and leg up and down. Good. Up and down. Good. Amazing. Reaching it up and lower down. I'm going to just kind of tap that toe to your mat and then lift it right back up. Pulse it here. Just doing some circles forward. Good. Pulsing it out here. Crunch it in and reach out. Crunch it in, reach out. Crunch, reach, crunch, reach. Good. Kind of hold it out when you reach. Crunch it in, reach long. Crunch it in, reach long. Good. Crunch it in, reach. Good. And pulse it out here. Just a few little pulses here. Trying not to sink into that bottom arm. Keeping your core tight. And now long leg and arm. Tap your hand to your toes. This is really great for your obliques. It's working your legs, your arms. It's a full body move. Hand to foot and reach. Good. Good. Reach. And pulse it out here. Good. And hold. Lower that top leg. And we can come down onto our side now. Laying on your elbow. Bring that top leg long. Bottom leg is in 90 degrees in front of you. Make sure that bottom arm is giving you a nice space. You don't want to be sinking too far into it. And bring that weight to your knee and just lifting that top leg up and down. Good. Just a few here. Lift it up and down. Up, down, up, down. Good. And come to lie on your side. Just doing a few circles forward. Good. Keeping your core tight. Make sure there's no gap in between your core and the mat. And circle back. Good. Try not to move around too much. Keeping that weight close to your knee. Good. And pulse it up. Pulse, pulse, pulse. I want to keep this slow and controlled. Tiny little movements. Good. Now reach that leg up and we'll crunch in and stretch it out. Crunch in and stretch. In and stretch. In and stretch. In. Stretch long. Crunch it in. Stretch long. Crunch it in. Stretch long. Good. Keep going. Elbow to knee and stretch. Amazing. And we'll pulse it out here. Holding that arm and leg long. Just pulse it out. Good. Good. Hold. And lower it down. Amazing. Give yourself a little massage. Gonna hit that glute a little bit. Release all the tension. Good. Okay, we're just gonna do a quick mermaid stretch to each side, reaching over that body, or looking up to the sky. And we'll switch to the other side, reaching that left arm over the body. Amazing. Just gonna come to a quick butterfly stretch, release all that work we just did in those inner thighs. Should feel really good. Inhale, exhale. Good. Just curl your body over those feet. Feel a really deep stretch in the inner thigh here. Amazing. Just breathing here. Good. Push yourself up. Reach those arms up in front of you and take a stretch side to side. Good. Stretch those legs out in front of you. Flex those feet. Amazing. Just let your body fall over your legs. Try to reach those hands to the soles of your feet. Push yourself closer to your legs. Amazing. I'm gonna grab that weight again if you have it. I'm gonna come into a seated position on your mat. I'm gonna flex my feet, bringing those arms into a ballet position, just bringing yourself back and then up to a seated. So you can either flex or just point your feet here. It doesn't matter. I feel like when you flex your feet, it kind of gives you a little more grip on the mat, but whatever you prefer. Reaching those arms up overhead and then curling back. Up overhead, curl it back. Good. Up overhead and curl back. Good. So it's amazing for your core. Reaching it up and down and pulsing it back, keeping that C curve in your spine and just pulse here. Good. Pulse it back and back. That core is tight. You're breathing out, out, out. Good. And we'll come into lying on our backs. Hold that weight out in front of you. We're going to lower one leg at a time, keeping those legs in a tabletop. reach it out and in. If you want to make it a little harder, reach your arms closer to the back of your mat, holding that weight. Tap it down, lengthen, bring it in, tap it down and in. Good. I'm going to take that weight into one arm. Reach opposite leg, opposite arm, dead bugs. Good. Reach it long and in. You don't want to bring that knee too far in. You want to keep it in that nice tabletop. Now pulse. Pulse it out long. That arm is long, that leg is long. You're breathing. You're keeping your core tight. Your back is to the mat. You're pulsing it out. Good. Now switch. Gonna do the other side now. You want to protect the neck. Bring that hand to the back of your head to give yourself a little support. Can be a lot of tension in the neck. Bring it in and out and in. Good. In and out. Now pulse. Pulsing it back. Try to keep that lower back on the mat. I know it's hard. I don't want to see any gaps in between the core and the mat. You want to protect that lower back. Amazing. Now both legs out. Both arms back. This is really challenging. You should really be feeling that in your deep core. Out and in. Good. Good. Just a few more here. Good. Stretch it long and in, and long and in. Good. Amazing. Doing great. Just a few more. And stretch long and lower down. Whew. Bring those legs into your chest. Shift it side to side. Should feel really amazing. Just gonna do a nice spinal twist to the side, bringing your knee over your chest. So reaching the opposite arm long, look over your shoulder. Just breathing, inhaling, exhaling. Now the opposite leg twists over your body. Give yourself a nice spinal stretch here. Good, reach over your shoulder. Good. Bring those knees into your chest and roll up, 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 and back. It's gonna roll like a ball. It's a nice little exercise to stretch out the spine, release the back, and we're holding an our V-sit here. Just hold here. Pump those arms down, 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 down. Exhale, exhale, exhale. Good, good. Keeping that core super tight. If this is too challenging, you can lower those legs to the mat. Hold. Lower one leg down at a time. Keeping those arms in your ballet position. Good, good. Lower down. One at a time. Good. And stretch in. We're just going to do a butterfly stretch over those legs. Amazing. It's going to come up into our downward dog. Really stretching it out. Walk out that dog. Good. Good. Come up onto your tippy toes and stretch it down. Tippy toes and stretch the soles of your feet down. Good. Nice to kind of get into the back of those legs. Flow it into some push-ups. It's one of the last things we're doing today. You're doing great. Push it up into your upward facing dog. Look side to side. And reach your toes to your head if you can. Reach it long. And shift yourself back into a nice wide-legged child's pose. This should feel really good. Just stretching it out here, reaching those arms up. Now come into a seated position on your mat now. We're just gonna do a little figure 8 stretch just to release those hips, those glutes. Did a lot of work for the glutes and hips, so we're just releasing that here. Good. Just breathing here. Come into a nice butterfly stretch. Push those knees down to the mat. We'll just do a quick spinal stretch to one side. Twisting your body, breathing to center and the other side. Stretch it down. Good. Now fold yourself over those legs. You should feel a really nice release for the hips and your whole leg. Come up. I'm going to stretch one leg out long and reach yourself over. Holding onto that foot if you can and pulling your body closer to your leg. Looking up to the sky. Now both arms onto that foot. Twist your body so that you're directly parallel over that leg. Amazing. Switch over to the other side. Gonna reach that top arm over your body. Hold onto that foot. Pull yourself closer to your leg and breathe here. This should feel really good. Releasing that side body. Now both arms onto that foot. Release yourself over that leg and stretch it out. Good. And to come into our straddle position here on the mat, just bringing your legs as wide as you can, flexing those feet, and just crawl yourself down into a nice forward fold over. Just breathing, release. This is a really deep stretch for your inner thigh. Just come onto your elbows here if you'd like. Resting your head on those arms. Good. Now come up. Take a big inhale. Come into your cross-legged position on the mat. Reach those arms up to the sky. Back into prayer. Reach those arms up to the sky and bring it back to prayer. Take a deep breath in and out. Amazing. Great job.